Let me catch my breath before I start that 3 minutes now.
Get all the faces on the table, because I like know all these faces. When I get rid of them.
I wish I had a picture for everybody to see. A picture of piggies at the trough. This is what this is about.
Aye.
This is what this is about. So let us not be ashamed to say the truth. Let's first say, take notice, 1843, our Hawaiian Kingdom was recognized as a nation state. There's no treaty of cession or annexation ever given to the United States. We've never given consent to the taking of our lands and jurisdiction over these lands. Never. You may have an opinion on those things. I can share you the facts if you want to see it. The United States Public Law 102150 themselves admit to the illegal crime. This is war crimes. International Criminal Court is where this will end up in one day. I hope and I pray.
You're confusing them.
Hawaiian Islands are under illegal occupation, U.S. military occupation, including usurpation of our sovereignty. The land and natural resources targeted by foreign developers. Let's be clear, foreign developers are under management of the DHHL. But those lands don't belong to the DHHL.
That's right.
We all were given title to those lands back in 1839.
Absolutely.
The Declaration of Rights, Hawaiian Kingdom, 1840. The first constitution.
Yes.
Those lands were illegally confiscated and taken over, so-called overthrown, and claimed by the provisional government. This is just part of the entity of the provisional government that still exists.
Yes. Yes.
Let's be clear. Let's tell the truth. Not be afraid. So in 1898, there was a fraud put out there that supposedly Hawaiians gave their consent to the taking of our lands. And I ask you, yes, you may have an opinion. I ask you, where is the paper of their treaty of annexation and cession? You will not find it. The title to the land still belongs to our people. Let's be clear. These lands belong to our people. Take notice. It's all about who's Big Daddy Pimp. Let's understand that. Big Daddy Pimp is involved with this. Even when he was back in Congress, they were talking about using Hawaiian lands for development and sustainable energy. This is nothing new. It didn't just pop in their head. So I recognize who's Big Daddy Pimp. He's never been a friend to our Hawaiian people. You don't see what's going on? Check out what's happening in Lealii, the big project you want to develop. Our lands to sell to foreigners. Our lands. Mark of Lealii. Led by who? Big Daddy Pimp. Who will get momona at this trough? Foreign investors. Wall Street, the bankers, the money changers, real estate speculators. Because they need this energy to support what? Their habit. Their habit of speculating upon our lands, our waters, our beaches. Who else makes money? The U.S. military and the machine. By who? Who actually are the biggest users of electricity in these islands? Who? The U.S. military. Who? The tourism industry. And we're going to supplement them on their needs to what? Back in their pockets at our expense? Hell no. Who else stands to the game? The so-called compradors. It's a good word you should all learn. Compradors, those who come in to make money off of our people. The so-called native elite is going to act. He's going to come in, throw some Hawaii, put on their little shirt, and take some cash in their pockets.
That's right.
That's what they do. They always do. But they don't speak for me. Who else? The targeted most affected will be hurt in this project. Who's the targeted most affected? Those on the list.
That's right.
Those on the list. You gotta know words. Exploit. This is exploitation at the keenest. Yeah. This is outside investors coming in to reap the benefits of what? Of our illegal takeover of our lands.
That's right.
Settlerism. Settlerism. It's the process. Outside settlers come here to benefit and reap the profits for themselves. Who are they? Land speculators. Look at these lights of Waikiki. Where is energy? You know, at one time, this is back in the 80s, I don't know now, in the 80s, the Sheraton Waikiki used to use more electricity than the whole island of Molokai.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
That's one hotel. The U.S. military, look Paukukalo, Hawaiian Homelands. What do we get for the U.S. military for damaging our Hawaiian homelands up there, Paukukalo?
$1.
Huh? $1 to destroy our land. That's settlerism. Who benefits from that? Not our people.
Mr. Kaleikoa, I have to ask you to summarize.
Okay, I'm going to jump across.
Okay, who will I give him a minute?
Quote the words of the great queen who left us to us. Aole mako wa imina mina. Ika Paukukalo o kia opuni.
Yes.
Wala mako ika pohaku. Ika aika maha o ka aina. So if you're talking about money, you already lost. What we need is a people. The aina. The aina. The aina. I'm shocked. The RFP, wow. You see these foreign bankers and investors and developers. Wow, they just jump right to the front of the list. Amazing. Pursuing opportunities, this is quote, for renewable energy development because the trust needs money. Opportunities for who?
American.
Who's going to be taking an opportunity on us? Are we that slow and have become that stupid to not realize that they will benefit, and they have been benefiting off of us, and our oppression, and our loss and control of our lands? Renewable energy? For whom? For us. The windmills we get up right now, not even blowing at full capacity. Why? Because they don't even need the power on Maui right now. This whole development is for Oahu.
Yes.
They want to become a colony for Oahu. To be used by Oahu as if somehow to serve their needs and purposes. I think Maui is better than that.
Oh, yeah.
Don't we have other options? Don't we have other... Akamai Hawaiians can go figure out for ourselves to create sustainable renewable energy for ourselves on our own land. Not to go ship off to Oahu.
That's right.
You know, how much money would be made? How much more allotments would be given out? How many allotments have been taken away in this process? And also to remember, this power will become a cornerstone for further development on Oahu. And how will that affect our brothers and sisters who already live on the beaches on that island? To put more Hawaiians out? Are they going to develop more Hawaiian homelands in Oahu? Do you have plans for that right now?
No.
I don't think so. Not to service how many Kanaka we have out there. Is it going to increase further the U.S. military presence in these islands, the expansion on these islands? Oh yeah. Because who uses this power? They do.
Yeah.
Who uses the most power at peak times here on this island? You guys know?
Businesses.
Check out the top of Kaleikoa, tied into the computer system.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's who we'll be servicing.
Not the people.
And so I will just jump across because I have a lot of different stuff. But well, my time is out. So let me just ask the commission. I hope all of you at this point in time have read Kuhio's speech to Congress. And I hope all of you at some point read Kuhio's speech to Congress.
Yes.
And you will find he don't mention nothing about growing windmills.
That's right.
He doesn't talk about empowering foreign investors and the bankers and the financiers and the money changers and others who come to prey on our people. He talks about putting people on the land, very simply. The rehabilitation of our people to be sustainable for ourselves. Not to be pimped out. A big daddy pimp.
By the leprechaun.
I'm going to quote the story, a poem I should say, finally by a good friend of mine, Imai Kalanikalahele. And he says, and this is a little poem he writes, first came the lure of benefits, then came the kakiko. I wonder how come when electric power came to the windward side, they stopped planting food and started to grow houses. First come the benefits, then come the kakiko. Wow.
Yeah.